Without further ado, let me give you guys my top five in the MVP. Now, there's a lot of players that I would like to put on this list, but I just know they don't have a chance seeing how the MVP works and how it usually goes to an offensive player. Like I would, if it was more of a fair award, I definitely look at Myles Garrett as being in the MVP talk, seeing as how he's been incredible for the Cleveland Browns. I look at Aaron Darnold. He's continued to do his thing. Minka Fitzpatrick for the Steelers. He's been incredible. But they don't really give it to defensive players, man. I don't know when's the last time, if ever, the defensive players won MVP. But without further ado, those are kind of, I guess you can say, my honorable mentions. You can also put in DeAndre Hopkins. He should definitely be in my honorable mentions with Kyler Murray. That loss didn't help, but those. Yeah, man. Derrick Henry, he's definitely an honorable mention. But without further ado, here's my top five. Number five, I'm going to go to Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara for the Saints. He has been the steady rock for the Saints. If you really look at the Saints, they've gone through a lot with injuries, with team fighting, with Drew Brees kind of declining. Like they have gone through a whole hell of a lot this entire season. And one constant has been the play of Alvin Kamara. It's funny. A lot of people, including myself, was looking at him kind of sideways, like, bro, you think you deserve Christian McCaffrey money, especially after coming off an injury last year, and he was, holding out. Now, of course, he got paid, but I'm like, bro, I don't think you deserve top of the league, one of the top running backs in the league money. And he has definitely proven me wrong. He has shut me up. And it's not, he is probably, no, he is the most balanced back as far as he's not going to blow you away with numbers, but, he's incredible in the catching game. Or passing game. He's incredible with the running game. He's so elusive. Like, he is arguably, with Christian McCaffrey being hurt, he is arguably one of, if not the best running back in the league. And he is number 5 on my list. Number 4, I have to give it to Dalvin Cook, especially what we've seen the last 2 weeks. Dalvin Cook is the main reason why you're starting to see the Minnesota Vikings get back to, what we expected the Minnesota Vikings to be this year. Dalvin Cook, the funny thing is Dalvin Cook has dealt with injuries this year as well, but that hasn't slowed him down. That hasn't stopped him at all. And he has been incredible. Again, just the last 2 games, he has 6 touchdowns. So, that's why, and the reason why I kind of put him 4th is because, like I said, this award usually goes to a quarterback. Now, of course, it has gone to running backs from time to time, but I think that he's slightly been better than Alvin Kamara. I don't know if he's been more consistent throughout the entire year, but I do think his highlights are higher than Alvin Kamara's highlights this year. So I have Dalvin Cook as 4 in my MVP race. Number 3, I have Aaron Rodgers. Yes, there's a big blemish with the game the game against Tampa Bay and the game against Minnesota, but Aaron Rodgers he's looked incredible. I mean, he has the Green Bay Packers. It's funny. A lot of people, we always bring up how they just completely botched the draft and free agency, but Green Bay is still one of the top teams in the NFC and one of the top teams in the league in general. And that is solely behind the play of Aaron Rodgers and how he has Devontae Adams now in the conversation as best wide receiver in the game. That's how good Aaron Rodgers has been, and that's why he's number 3. Number 2, I have to give it to Russell Wilson. He's been number 1 this entire year until the game against the Cardinals and the game against what we saw on Sunday. I mean, I wouldn't put all I okay. I put a lot of the blame on him when it comes to the game against the Bills because of those 4 turnovers. Now, I don't put as much blame on him with the loss against the Cardinals, even though he did have 2, I believe, costly turnovers. But even with that, he's still he's still incredible. Like I said, the Seahawks is a one-man band. If Russell Wilson doesn't play well, they don't win. If he does play well, they do win. And the fact that they are 6-2, that really shows how great he is. The fact that DK Metcalf is, I think, one of the league leaders in reception yards, and Tyler Lockett is one of the league leaders in reception yards, that just shows you how good he's been. So I have Russell Wilson at number 2. And at number 1, I mean, at this point, it has to go with Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I believe he has 25 touchdowns to 1 interception. His team is 7-1, and again, 8-1. I'm sorry, 25 touchdowns to 1 interception. I think on Sunday he became he's the fastest quarterback ever to throw 100 touchdowns. I think he did in 40 games. It's just, that's just Patrick Mahomes. So that is my MVP. That is my MVP top 5. I have Alvin Kamara at 5, Dalvin Cook at 4, Aaron Rodgers at 3, Russell Wilson at the moment at 2, and Patrick Mahomes at 1. So